guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a dramatic cut crease look. So I'm going to start by taking my Cryolan Camouflage cream in the lighter shade, and on a teeny tiny beauty blender I'm just going to pack this over my lid as a base. Then going into my Creative Glamour Natural palette, I'm going to start with the shade Halo, and I'm just going to use this to set that cream that we just put down. Then taking the shade Caramel, I'm just going to start working this into my crease. And you want to make sure that you really wash this over the lid because it's going to help us blend the darker shades out a little bit later. Then taking any black pencil liner, I'm just going to roughly pack this down on the outer corner. And then blend it out just using a dome-shaped blending brush. Then taking a black shadow, it's literally called black, I'm just going to go over that pencil that we just put down. Going back into Caramel, I'm just going to clean up the edges and help it sort of blend out that black. Then to intensify the black, I'm taking the same black shadow plus a darker black called Nite and packing that on the outer corner once again. Back into Caramel to blend out the edges. As you're going to see a lot, this look is basically just packing down and blending. Now I'm just cleaning up the edges where that black sort of went crazy. Alright, then taking the first shade Halo and another shade called Pale Honey, I'm just going to clean up the brow bone. Alright, going into my Catrice Camouflage Concealer, I'm going to start cutting the crease using a tiny lip brush first for the detail work, then switching it to a slightly bigger flat brush to get more area. Then going into my LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation, I'm just going to take a tiny drop, literally tiny drop, and just pack that on top of the concealer just to make sure that it's completely white. Then going into a white shadow, I'm just going to put that on top, and then going into the shade Crazy Daisy, I'm going to start packing that on to where we just cut the crease. Then taking the shade Sundust, I'm just going to work this back onto the shade Crazy Daisy just to sort of deepen it up. And then taking the shade Mustard, I'm just going to once again deepen up. It's just about packing on the colors. Then taking my Maybelline Baby Skin, I'm just going to start putting that on my T-zone. And once again into my Liquid Camouflage by Catrice. You're going to tell I love this stuff a lot. I'm just going to spot conceal with it. Blend it out. Then taking my Charlie foundation, I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And then begin blending it out. And because that didn't give me great coverage, I'm going to go back into my Cryolan Camouflage cream, Derma, and I'm just going to go over the areas that I needed a little bit more coverage. And back into my Liquid Camouflage. I told you, I love this stuff. I'm just going to conceal under my eyes and lighten up and highlight where I need to. I love the coverage that this stuff gives. Right, back into my Cryolan, but this time into the cream. I'm just going to contour. And then buff that contour out. Just making sure that my concealer is not creasing. Before we go into Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder to set under our under eyes. and basically everywhere that we highlighted. I'm just using a powder puff to do this. If your contour went a little bit crazy, you can just clean it up. Then going back into caramel, I'm just gonna start applying that on the lower lash line. Back into our black, just working that into the outer half of the eye, just to sort of connect it to the wing. Then into the Sundust, just on the inner half. And then mascara, but this one's Revlon Super Length. Into my Avon. This is in the shade Toffee, and I'm just going to use this to basically bronze up. It's actually just a normal fixing powder, setting powder. And then into my Beauty Treats blush. This doesn't have any name on it, but it's the orange one. And I'm taking Creative Glamour in Golden Dust, and I'm just going to use this as a highlight. And this is just a pressed pigment. Then taking my MIB lip pencil in the shade Deep Purple, I'm just going to start aligning my lips. And pull funny faces. And then just taking my Image lipstick. This one doesn't have a shade name on it, but it's basically just a reddish brown lipstick. This is our final step in the tutorial. Obviously you can use any shade that you want on the eyes or the lips, but this was just my version of it. I hope you enjoyed. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.